Good morning, boys and girls. Mrs. Johnson here. Today we are going to be going over some awesome ELA things. I'm going to share our agenda so you know what we're doing today, and then we will move on to the rest of our lesson. So let's get started. Okay. So first, we are going, oh, the screen's still loading. First, for today's agenda, we're going to do blending and segmenting, which we have done previously, but we're going to do some new words to practice our finger tapping technique. Then we're going to do a flip book review, but instead of doing our flip books like we usually do, I'm going to write them out for you on the board, and we'll go over some new letter sounds that we're going to do. Then we're going to do some reviewing of spelling, which we've done before, but we're going to do new spelling. Then we're going to have a break. I don't think we'll have time for story time today, but that's okay. We'll just take a quick break and come back, and we're going to do some grammar study. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually be identifying nouns. So we'll go over that piece. Then we're going to do our pocket chart, which we're all very familiar with by now, hopefully. And then we're going to do our tricky words, which are our words, remember, that trick us because of the sound. So let's get started. Okay, first for blending and segmenting, I am going to say a word, or we're going to sound out the word together. So we're going to need 3 fingers. And that's going to be n, n, fun, fun. Good job. Okay, our next one is it, pit. Good job. Our next one is a, stay. That one's a little tricky because we want to say as one, but it's actually a, stay. And it kind of sounds like a D in the middle, but it's a T. Very good. Okay, our next one is oak, soak. Like you're soaking your feet in the bathtub or you're soaking in the pool. Okay, our next one is for. Ready? And hand. Very good. Our next one is green. Green. Very good. Now our next one is also for, and it'll go ook. I said that one wrong. Ook. Looks. That one's a tricky one for me, but let's try it again. Looks. Okay. Now let's do our next one. Eek. Creek. Good job. Okay. Now we are going to do our flip book review, but like I said, we're not going to do our cards. We're actually going to just do it on the board. So I'm going to give first, and I want you to tell me the sound. Can you see that? Yes, okay. So, can you name this letter? What's this letter? C, that's right. And what does C sound like? Very good. And what about this letter? What letter is this one? H. Very good. And what sound does H make? Very good. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. I'm going to write a word. Okay, this is the word in, chin. So why does that sound like chin when this is? Because these two words together, or two letters together, CH, make the sound ch. Say it with me. So when you see it spelled together, the CH spelled together, we'll even do this. Ease, cheese, in, chin. So that ch comes from our CH sound, okay? So this looks like, let me get my little sponge. So when we see this written, in some cases when we're sounding out the CH, you'll see these power bars. So this means that this is a common spelling for the sound ch, ch. So this indicates, these two lines indicate that it's common. What does common mean? Common means it's very often. So these two power bars mean that the CH is very common for that spelling, that ch sound. Okay, I know it's a little difficult at first, but we are all learning together and we will go over it some more. Okay, now our next one is kind of similar, but a little different. So this one, I want you to tell me what letters they are and what sounds they make. Okay, so this is S, very good. And what sound does S make? Very good. And what letter is this? Right here. H, the same we had in the CH. What sound does this H make? Very good. But when you put these two together, here's our power bar. It sounds like sh. And what we're going to do when we see it written out, it's L, shell. So we have our power bars again. Remember, this means that it's common, which means that when you see the SH with these bars, that means that's the common sound for this spelling. So we have L, or we have so then we have two of those sounds. Shush, like shush. You probably tell your siblings to shush sometimes. But that is our SH sound. And I know it's a little tricky. Like I said, we're always going to be practicing and we will come back to it later. Okay, now that we have done our flipbook review and our blending and segmenting, we are going to do something called a digraph. So this is going to help you with our spelling. So what we're going to do is I have what shape here? What shape is this? A square. Very good. And what is this shape? A triangle. Very good. And then what is this shape? It is a house, but it has our square and our triangle. Okay? So a square by itself is just a square, and a triangle by itself is just a triangle. But a square with a triangle is something completely different, which is a house. So I'm going to show you a letter. Okay. Then what letter does this stand for? What sound? Very good. Now how about this one? What letter is that? H. Very good. And what does it stand for? Very good. Now, when we put this together, what sound does that stand for? Or what does this stand for? What sound? We went over it, remember? Very good. So the letter C by itself stands for k, k, and the letter H by itself stands for. But when you put C and H together, it stands for a completely different sound, which is the ch, ch sound, right? So ch, ch stands for in, chin, like we went over for our flip book. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to our other letter sounds. What does this letter represent? What letter is it? S, and what does it sound like? Like a snake, right? And then how about this letter? What does this letter stand for? That's right, it's H, but what sound does it make? Very good. Now, when we put the two together, what sound does it make? Remember, we went over this in our flip book review too. When we put S and H together, it makes very good, like L, shell, or it could be it, ship. So when we have S by itself, it is, which is a completely different sound than our H, which by itself is. So when we put them all together, S and H forms a completely different sound, and it forms the sound. You guys know exactly what you're doing. You're doing awesome. Okay. Now we are going to do our writing the spelling. So what we're going to need is a paper, preferably lined as usual, and a writing utensil, and come back and we will get started. So pause here and come back when you're ready. Okay, hopefully by now you have your lined paper and your writing utensil. If you don't have lined paper, that's all right. You can use blank paper, but I'm going to show you how we're going to write some of our spellings. Okay, so the first one, these are all lowercase letters. So what does that mean? Are they going to be big letters or small letters when I say lowercase? That's right, they're going to be little. So we're going to start on our middle line for almost all of our letters. Excuse me. Sorry, kids, I had to sneeze. Okay, so we're going to first start with the letter C. So you're going to start at the top line or middle line and make a circle. So you make kind of like a half circle at the middle line to the bottom line, like so. Okay. Excuse me again, I am so sorry. I don't know what's happening. Okay, now we're going to do our H for a t sound. So we're going to start at the top line and you're gonna go down to the bottom line. Then you're gonna go from the bottom line up to the middle line and push it over like so. Okay, I want you to try it 3 times. So I want you to pause and practice this 3 times. Okay, now that you've practiced the CH, I want you to practice the word chop. So we're going to write it together. So we do our C. Remember, we start at the middle line, down to the bottom line. Then we do our H, which starts at the top, goes down to the bottom, up to the middle, and hump back over to the bottom. Then we're going to add our O, which starts at the middle, down to the bottom, up, back to the middle. And then we're going to do our P, which starts at the middle line, and you go down past the bottom line, and then you make a half circle. So you're going to practice writing chop 3 times. So pause here and practice 3 times. Okay, hopefully by now you have written chop 3 times. Now we're going to move on to our other letter sounds that we practiced today. So first we've got to start with our S. So we're going to start at the middle line, and you're going to go halfway, and then you're going to curve it out. So you stop halfway and curve at the bottom line. So there's your S. Then we're going to make our H, the same as in CH. We start at the top, go down to the bottom, and hump at the middle line. So you have your S and your H, and I want you to practice that 3 times, and then I want you to come back. Okay? So pause here and practice 3 times your S and H. Okay, now that you've practiced your sh sound with your S and H, we're going to do a word shop. So we're going to start with our S and H. There's our S. There's our H. Then we're going to do our O. Then we're going to do our P. So it's going to be shop, shop. And I want you to practice writing that 3 times. And then you're going to come back and we'll continue with our lesson. So pause here. Okay, hopefully by now you have finished all your writing the spellings, and we are going to move on to a part of speech. So what we're going to talk about is a noun. Does anyone know what a noun is? So a noun is a part of speech, so a part of what we say that names a person. Who can give me an example of a noun that names a person? Great job, April. That is right. So when we say fast kid, say it with me, fast kid, which word in the phrase fast kid names a person? Kid, that's right. So when we write fast kid, the kid is our noun. So fast kid, fast doesn't name a person. Kid names a person. So we will learn about another type of a noun today. So listen carefully to the next phrase. Blue house. Blue house. Blue house. Which word in the phrase names a thing? Which word names a thing? Blue or house? Is blue a thing? No, blue is a color. Is house a thing? Yes, so house is our noun, because a noun can also be, instead of a person, it is also a thing. Okay, So a thing that names, I mean, a part of speech that names a person is a noun, as well as a word that names a thing is also called a noun. So now we are going to go over some more phrases, okay? And I want you to tell me which one is a noun. All right, so here's one of them. Hand waves. So a hand waves. Which part of this phrase is a noun? A person or a thing? Hand waves. Is waves a thing? No. Is a hand a thing? Yes, so hand is our noun. Very good. Okay, here's our next one. Foot kicks. Foot kicks. Which part of this phrase is a noun? The foot or the kicks? That's right, our foot, because a foot is a thing, where kicks is an action. When you kick, that's an action, not a thing. So foot is our noun. Very good. Okay, here's our next one. Head nods. Or head nods. Which one is our noun? The head or nods? You guys are quick learners. Head is our noun because it is a thing, whereas nods is an action just like kicks, so it's not a noun. Okay, here's our next one. Red pencil. Red pencil. Which part of this phrase is a noun? Red or pencil? Red is a color. It's describing a thing. So what is it describing? A pencil. So our pencil is our thing, which is our noun. That's right. Okay, here's our next one. Fast car. Fast car. Which part of this phrase, fast car, is our noun? Is fast a person or a thing? No. Is car a person or a thing? Yep, it is a thing. It's our noun. So car is our noun. Very good. Okay. Now, listen carefully to the following phrases I'm going to say, okay? Let me erase this real quick. And I want you to listen very carefully. And I want you to tell me whether the noun is at the beginning or at the end of the phrase, okay? So here's our first one. Bird flies. Bird flies. Is our noun at the beginning or the end? Bird flies. That's right, bird is our noun. So is that at the beginning or the end of the phrase? Beginning, that's right. Okay, here's our last one. Fluffy cat. Fluffy cat. Is our noun at the beginning or at the end? Is fluffy our noun? Could be, but is cat a person or a thing? Yes, it's a thing, so that's our noun, cat. And is that at the beginning or the end of our phrase? It's at the end. Very good. So that's our noun. All right. So what do we call a part of speech that names a person or a thing? That's right. You guys are so fast. It is a noun. Very good. So a noun, again, is a person or a thing. Very good. Okay, since you guys did so well on our grammar and naming our nouns, I'm going to read a quick little story, and then we are going to go to pocket chart chaining, and then we're going to do our checklist, and we'll be done for the day. But since you guys were so fast, I thought it would be awesome to read a story. So let's go. This is called Down by the Cool of the Pool by Tony Mitten, pictures by Guy Parker Reese. Down by the pool in the cool of the day, Frog cried, "Wee! Can you dance like me?" Duck came to see. "I can dance too, but not like you. I can flap." So Duck went flap, and Frog cried, "Wee! Can you dance like me?" Down by the cool of the pool. Pig came to see. "I can dance too, but not like you. I can wiggle." So Pig went wiggle, Duck went flap, and Frog cried, "Wee! Can you dance like me?" Down by the cool of the pool. Sheep came to see. "I can dance too, but not like you. I can stamp." So Sheep went stamp, Pig went wiggle, Duck went flap, and Frog cried, "Wee! Can you dance like me?" Down by the cool of the pool. Then up sprang Cat with a sudden bound, and Dog came frisking round and round. Goat butted in with a skip and a hop, and Frog cried, "Wee! That's great! Don't stop." Then playful Pony began to prance, and Donkey drummed his hoof-beat dance. But when it came to capering Cow, Frog cried, "Wow! All together now." With a stamp and a wiggle and a flap and a wee, the animals danced so joyfully. Till with a bump and a slip and a trip and a crash and a whoop, watch out, and a topple and a splash. Into the pool they flapped and they flopped, but did they stop? Oh, no, 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 for they all cried, "Oh," and whoop, and wee, come and see, oh, ha, ha, hee, we're having fun dancing our dance in the cool of the pool. And they splished and they splashed till their dance was done. Then away they drifted and down went the sun. As there by the cool of the ripply pool with a hop, hop, plop, even Frog was gone. The end. I hope you liked that story. It was just a fun little thing that I thought we would all enjoy. Now we are going to work on our pocket chart chaining. So let's get started. Okay. Let's see here. What do we have planned? Okay, here we go. You guys know the drill. I'm going to put some letters up here and I want you to tell me the sound. So sound it out and tell me the word. Okay, so let's sound it out. N, N, pen. So our word is pen. Now what happens when I change that sound to this sound? What word do we have now? Un, pun. What sound did I change? Did I change our beginning sound? No. Did I change our end sound? No, I changed our middle sound. We went from to So we changed our middle sound. Very good. Okay, now, how about this word? Let's sound it out. Sun. What did I change to go from pun, to sun? You guys nailed it. The beginning sound. We went from our p to a sun. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to switch it up and add something we learned today. This is going to get tricky. Let's try it. Such as. So, what sound did we change here to go from sun to such? Did we change our beginning or middle sound? No, so what sound did we change? That's right, our ending sound, because we went from our N, to our CH. Very good. Okay, let's try this one now. Much. Like, that is much more money than I have, or that is much too many. So what sound did we change? Did we change our ending sound? No. Did we change our middle sound? No, we changed our beginning sound from such to much. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to switch it up again. Let's try this sound, this word. Mud. What sound did I change? Did I change this sound, our beginning? No. Did I change our middle sound? No. I changed our ending sound. Very good, because we went from much to mud. Very good. Okay, I'm going to switch it up again. Let's try this one. Add. Mad. What sound did I change here? Did we change our sound? No. Did I change our middle sound? Yes, I did. Very good, because we went from to add, making mud mad. Very good. Okay, this one's gonna get tricky. Okay, let's try it. Ash. Mash. Like I'm mashing the mashed potatoes. Mash. What did I change here to go from mad to mash? You guys did not just say it. You did. You guys are so smart. We changed our ending sound because we went from mad to mash. Very good. You guys are nailing it. Okay, now I'm going to switch it up completely. So this is where we're going to start. Okay, let's try it. Remember? It, ship. Okay, now watch what happens when I do this. Let's try it. Up, up, shop. What sound did I change from ship to shop? Did I change our beginning sound? No, we still have that in there. Did I change our ending sound? No. What sound did I change? Our middle sound, because we went from ship, ip, to up, shop. Very good. Okay, here's our next one. Let's sound it out. Up. Remember? Up. Chop. What did I change this time? Did I change our ending sound? Shop to chop. No, I didn't change our ending sound. Did I change our middle sound? Up. No, I changed our beginning sound. That's right, because we had up. Now we have up. Very good. Okay, I'm going to switch it, change it, rearrange it. Let's try this one. Remember? Ip, chip. Very good. What did I change here? Did we change our CH sound, our ch? No. Did we change our N sound from chop to chip? No, we changed our middle sound because it went from up to chip. Chip. Very good. Okay, here's our next one. Let's say it together. Ip, hip. What sound do we change here? Do we change our middle sound? No. Did we change our ending sound? No, we changed our beginning sound. That's right, because we went from ip to ip, hip. Very good. Okay, let's switch it, change it, rearrange it. All right, here we go. Ip, ip, dip. What sound do we change here? You guys are so fast. That's right. We changed our beginning sound from to d. Good job. You guys are crushing it. Okay, this one might be a little tricky. Let's try it. Let's do it together. Dish. 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 What sound did we change from dip to dish? Do we change our beginning sound? D. No. Do we change our middle sound? No. So what sound did we change? Our ending sound. Very good. We went from dip to dish. Very good. Okay, here we go. We only have two more, including this one. Okay. Dash. 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 A dash for being incredible. So dash, what sound did we change from dish to dash. Do we change our ending sound? The sh, dish, dash. No. Do we change our beginning sound? D, ish, d, ash. No. So we changed our middle sound. That's right, because we went from I to ah. Very good. Okay, here's our last and final one. D, ad, d, ad, dad. What sound did we change from dash to dad? Did we change our beginning sound? No. Did we change our middle sound? No. Did we change our ending sound? Yes, because we went from dash to dad. We changed those letters. Very good, you guys. Okay, let's see if we have some tricky words to do. All right. So I'm going to write a word on the board, and I want you to tell me what the word is. Sound it out. So what letter is this? D, D, D. And what about this sound? D, So how would you sound this word out? D, da is how you would probably say it, right? But it actually sounds like d, o, or d, oo, do. So it actually sounds like it's spelled like this. D, oo, do, but it's actually spelled d, o. That one's a little tricky, but you have to pronounce this O with two O's, like ooh, ooh. So it's duh. When you see it, it's duh, ooh, do. But we have to spell it as D-O. All right. Now here's our next tricky word. We'll go over this again, all right? Our next tricky word is, how would you sound this one out? Twa is almost how it sounds, right? But it's actually pronounced ooh, kind of like how we pronounce do. So two, like your little brother is two, or you have two fingers, is actually pronounced ooh, ooh, two. I know that grammar is a little difficult to learn, but we are going to practice all the time. So when you see the word two spelled like this, you got to remember that these sounds come together as ooh, like two O's. So it's ooh, two. Very good. Okay, here's the next one. This is a little tricky because they kind of sound the same. They sound the same, but they're spelled differently. So the two that we learned, two, oops, sorry, that does not look good for you guys. I'm going to rewrite that. The two that we just learned is spelled T-W-O, two. But you can also say two spelled T-O. Mind blown, right? So there's a difference in the two of them. Even though they both sound like two, this is tricky too because this O is also considered ooh. So ooh, and the same with these, ooh. But this two refers to numbers, so a quantity. So when you're referring to your baby brother or baby sister, your baby brother is 2, you would spell it this way, TWO, because that refers to the number. But when you're saying, I'm going to the mall, you're not referring to a number. You're not going to the mall. You're going to the mall. So when you say going to the mall, you spell it this way because this refers to two. We're going to the car. Excuse me. That's the way that you say it in a sentence. But in the sentence with this one, you'd write, my brother is 2. Or I have 2 sisters. That's how you would write 2 in the sentence and the TWO. For the TO, 2, you'd write, I went to the zoo. Because you didn't go to 2 zoos, you went to the zoo. So that's how you would write that. Or, I went to the mall. So you went to the mall, not 2 malls. I know it's tricky, but we will continue to learn it together. And remember, our word do is actually spelled like ooh, duh, ooh, do. Like I'm going to do my homework, right? So you'd say, I do like school. I do like school. All right. Let's see what else we have in store today. I think that was it. We have our checklist. So let me share my screen with you so we can see if we did everything. Did we do our blending and segmenting? We did with our finger tapping technique. Did we do our flip book review? We did, but we did it on the board, remember, with our sounds CH and our sound with SH. Very good. And did we do reviewing the spellings? Did we spell out ch and sh? We did, because we wrote out chop and shop. Yep, check. And we had a break with our story time. Yes, we did. Down by the cool of the pool. Then we did identifying our nouns, which what are nouns? A person or a thing. Very good. And then we did our pocket chart training, which we always do. And then we did tricky words, our do, to, and our other two, right? Yes, very good. Okay, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed our lesson, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day and be well. Bye, kids.